Hi. It's Sunday. This will just be a short sort of, I suppose, little Sunday vlog type thing. I did go out for a little walk this morning and thought about taking you with me, but the wind got up and I couldn't record anything with any usable sound, so it's actually still quite windy outside. I'm looking, there's a tree just across the car park from where I am, and you can see it doing that. So yeah, it's been a quiet all weekend. I haven't done that much. I just thought I'd share a couple of things with you. First of all, some of you might have seen the photo in the community post, and I'm going to show you this. It's a little metal model. Get a hold of it without it falling. Concorde. I'm really pleased with that. I would love to see one of these for real. I believe there is one at a museum somewhere down near Edinburgh. So yeah, as I say, it's very small, but it's quite detailed given how small it. Oh, that reminds me. Back in a tick. I have something else to get. He's back. There's also a little book about it. The Little Book of Concorde. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me, but yeah. Just has a little bit of the story of it and some. If I can find a page with a couple of nice photos, I will show you. There we go. Very first flight, 1969. Believe it or not, a few years ago I once spoke to an old fella who did some service in the RAF, came out the Air Force, and then joined an airline which eventually became part of British Airways. He rounded off his career by flying these things across the Atlantic. He told me some very interesting stories. I was blown away with that. Got a book through the house. I can't remember if I ever showed it on camera. It's the story of the Boeing 707. I gave him a look of it and he was thrilled. He said, never flew them himself when he was in service with BA, but he said he knew a few guys who did and it was quite interesting to read. So yeah, yes, that's my little Concorde. I would love to have a little model. Soviets built their own equivalent called the Tupolev 144. Looked very similar in many ways, but actually flew first. I would not mind a small model of that to go beside the Concorde. But on that thought, let me just grab something. It's not actually worth any monetary value. It's a little souvenir. Euro. Fair enough. But turn it over and look what's on the other side. Concorde and the Tupolev 144. This was made for a museum in Germany where there are the only two side by side anywhere in the world. They were donated. Oh, what I would do to see that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So yeah, that was that. And I'm trying to think what else I've been doing today. I'm making a casserole. I bunged everything in the slow cooker this morning, so my tea should be ready. It is currently 5:05 in the afternoon. I reckon it'll be ready about 5:30, 6 o'clock, so that'll be nice, and I can maybe freeze a couple of portions. So yeah, other things I want to share with you. What keyring I got? Ooh, stay still. Stay still. Round that way, round that way, round that way. There you go. And album that came all the way from Japan. I am very pleased with that. Brand new, unused. That is so cool. That is so cool. Now I'd better go and put Concord back on the shelf. So I will show you where all my planes are and everything else. Ever since I did that reorganising of my shelf, some clearing out, some stuff went to the charity shop. On top, we got the little Loganair plane, just like the one I flew out to Belfast on. I think it's brilliant. Obviously my Wi-Fi hub. My signed Paramore CD, which I just love. The kitty cat mug. The small Miku figure. And that's just Tate Gubbins and a White Star Line mug, because I'm interested in the story of the Titanic. Got R2 up beside my laptop. He's got pride of place up there. So yeah, planes. Got AWACS there, US Air Force One. A very small RAF one at the back next to Concorde. VC-10. My big solid Comet 4. Lovely thing that. And at front, my little teensy little East German Interflug Ilyushin 18. And another Soviet airplane. Tupolev 154, but in West German Luftwaffe colours. They got a couple of them after reunification. Down the bottom are my plug-and-play Atari games. And a small model of a Honda Z50. That's just a silly little thing I picked up, so it fills a space. But if we go over here, we got my buses, and the Bluebird coach at the back, which I just love. My 707, little metal figure of sort of Funko Pop style metal badge of Princess Leia, and a little model car, an Austin E90. Some Funko Pops. Another Miku figure. We've got Sheldon Cooper, because some of my friends call me Sheldon, can't think why. Miku Funko Pop, and Gerard Way. Those of you who've been on my channel for a while will know I'm a big MCR fan. Hence the keyring. And there's a little keyring of the Millennium Falcon. So there you have it, a proper Turivian shelf. Let me just give my dinner a star. Just about there. Just a nice simple casserole. Boil some potatoes in a wee while, and that will be lovely. As I said, it's quite a breezy day. If the camera will focus, you'll probably see that tree moving. So I couldn't get anything done when I was out and about because of the noise of the wind, but never mind. You make do with what you get. So I think on that note, I'll keep this one fairly short. As I say, just like a small weekend vlog. I haven't done much at all. I've been quite lazy, if I'm honest. I did treat myself to something from our local chippy last night, and it was lovely. Not often I do something like that, but I thought, nope, I've been planning that for a while, so that was my dinner last night. Oh, lovely. Yeah, really nice. So, I hope wherever you are, you have had a good weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.